Matin, Miah, welcome to CamTalks.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Matin, it is an absolute pleasure for you to join me here this morning. It's a bit of a windy day today, isn't it? I think we've just had some weather warnings, and you looked really, really wet when you came in. How's your morning been?
Well, wet, apart from that, it's been good.
Amazing. What does your I'll try that again, shall I?
Mm.
What does your morning look like on the beautiful island of Alderney?
Well, fasting, I wake up, have my breakfast, take the children to school, come back, take the wife for shopping, and go back to the restaurant.
Go back to the restaurant. Matin, most people know you for Nellie Gray's and the incredible Indian restaurant that you run on Alderney. But let me take you back to the very, very beginning, because where were you born? Where did it all begin?
Okay, I was born in Bangladesh, and I left Bangladesh when I was 12, 12 years old. I moved with my mom and dad in Lancashire, very small town called Moseley.
I know it. I know it. Well,
Yeah?
yeah, because I went to university in Manchester, which
Oh, okay.
very, very, very close. And so brothers or sisters? Did you have any brothers and sisters growing up?
Yes, one brother was grown up with me. Me and my brother was there. But then after a bit, my mom and dad, they both left.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
What did you
merely
do?
for my naughtiness, of course. No, because my mother did not like it at all, this cold weather and things like that. She couldn't, you know.
Wow. So she went back to Bangladesh,
And then my father followed her up.
and they left you and your brother in Lancaster.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Well, more or less, he looked after me. Then after a bit, I mean, when I left school, I work in London for a bit, Surrey for a bit, little bit. Then mainly in Channel Island. I came to Jersey.
Well, listen, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Listen, I mean, the transfer of everything, culture, and I mean, what was it like moving as a 12-year-old to a completely different country with a completely different language, I imagine?
It was, well, language was the very hard part. But because of where I was, there was lots of Asian, Bangladeshi there. Then I did not find that much difficulty. But I did because was there's no father, mother there. That was a bit of a hard thing.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, and there was no sort of FaceTime or,
No, not on them
communication with your
then.
mum and dad back
No,
then.
that was 1998.
Wow. So
Yeah,
how did you speak to them, or did you just not?
we didn't. Only later.
Wow.
Yeah, only later. And later take about, at least them, they used to take a month to get there.
I
Yeah.
wish I had that excuse for my parents now. They're like, "Where are you? Call me now." Wow, that's fascinating.
Mm.
And was it up to you to sort of cook for yourself from an early age? I mean, where did your passion for cooking actually begin?
Well, from the young age, because I had these things with cooking. They in back home, the caterers used to go around to cooking for people's party, wedding party, any event. They used to go, and I used to follow them around. Yeah, and I used to get told off because of that.
Wow.
My dad wasn't happy at all because he said, "Why are you doing that? We don't." But I used to go with them, and I used to see how they used to cook. I used to peel onions for them. I used to peel garlic for them. I was there.
Wow.
Voluntary work, no paid.
Hey, man, that's how a passion and
Yeah,
an obsession begins, eh?
that was. And then, I used to, then I came to like in like Lancashire. And then when I left school, I worked in the one restaurant to another restaurant. And that's how I learned from, chefs to chef because we did not have, well, we still don't have any, catering schools or college in back home. There is now. They start doing that now. But I think my experience is the learning cooking from one to another is a good way to learn, like hands-on.
Mm.
But
Intense.
mm,
Yeah, I've worked in kitchens before, and it can get intense sometimes.
it it does, but I think it just goes with the experience and how long you've been working in the kitchen. As you get the experience, I think it does come down a bit.
Oh, well,
Mm.
I'm happy that I'm no longer in the kitchen because I am a terrible, terrible cook. But let me just so ask you. So obviously, growing up in Lancashire, and we're going to have to just address the negativity straight away. What do you think about British cuisine?
Well, okay, much I know from the area, from the age, I only think I know the fish and chips.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I used to love their fish and chips, and I still them honest, I still miss their fish and chips because fish and chips were in Lancashire. Well, I used to know that the chips was soggy and soft. I cannot find them anymore. I don't know what that was, but I still love them chips.
Yeah, I wonder how do they make them soggy then?
I don't know. I
Just
don't
like
know. I think the
extra
the
deep
lag
fried.
or something like that they make. I don't know what that was. I remember. Well, that was a long, long time ago.
Yeah, but so I mean that is basically the epitome of British cuisine, isn't it? Fish and chips.
Yes, and I think there was a ram bottom fish and chips or something that was famous in Lancashire. I got a feeling. I think we used to go there.
Wow. And then, but obviously the cuisine that I mean, running Nellie Gray's, it's an Indian restaurant. I mean, how did you find out about, I guess, learning the spices and learning all those things? You mentioned that you were following chefs around. Was that in Indian restaurants?
Yeah, oh, yes, yes. Always been in the restaurant. I have worked in the fish and chips, but that was when I was in school.
Oh,
Yes, yes. I used to peel potatoes and making chips. That was my one of my first job.
wow.
Part time, yes, yes, I
That's
did.
incredible.
Yeah,
So then, so moving into your sort of teenage years, I mean, were you a good kid at school? Were you well behaved?
I was because there's no choice because of the language barrier. We didn't speak English at all. My English I learned English in Jersey. I did not learn much in Lancashire or mainland. I did not. I learned my English in Jersey. I went to language school to learn English.
Wow. What age were you when you jumped across to Jersey? And why Jersey? I mean, like,
Well, I think I must be 21, 22 when I went to Jersey. That's the age.
wow, that's a fun time to go to Jersey.
That was, yes, it's beautiful. It was beautiful island then, but now it's changed.
Well, it's a big place now, isn't it?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. But that time was people, well, was good, friendly. Everybody used to get on with, each other.
Interesting. Why Jersey? Did you see?
Because of one of the chef I used to work with. Well, no, he wasn't a chef. He was my he was my assistant. If you know what I mean, like my assistant cook. I was just above him. One day he phoned me up. He said, "Oh, there's a job going on. You want to come to Jersey?" I mean, I said, "No, I'm not interested." He said, "Well, the wages is good." And when he told me there were wages them days, about £45 more in a week, I said, "Well, that's lots of money."
Follow the dollar.
Yeah, and I said, "Okay, I'm going to come for a." I did go there for. I said I'm going to try for 5 days. I did not bring my clothes or nothing. I just bring a little, in a little bag. Come to Jersey on these 5 days. We stayed there for 11 years.
11 years.
I was in Jersey.
11 years in Jersey. So where did you live in Jersey? Because I've been there a few times.
Well, everywhere, wherever I can rent it.
Of course, yeah, because you
Yes.
got St Heliers, obviously the main sort of hub, the main city. But it's funny because when you go off into the suburbs of Jersey, they do start looking a little bit like Alderney, in a
Well,
nice way.
living it is, but because I did drive them days, I did learn to drive quite young. But in Jersey, I used to live outside the town because of the rent was a bit cheaper than
Of
town. Yes,
course.
yes, yes. And that's well, I used to live in. I used to work in town, mainly town. I worked, and then I used to live in outside
Wow.
wherever I used to find.
Do you
Yeah,
know what's bizarre about Jersey is that it's such a big place. Like compared to here, you need a car. Like
oh,
everyone needs a car. The bus service is all right. Taxis are very
it,
expensive. I'm
it
sure
is.
they were expensive back then, but it's astronomical. I remember being stuck at the end of an evening in Jersey, and I couldn't get a taxi back to where I was staying, and I thought. Right. Well, I'm just going to walk for an hour and a half and get home. But it is interesting. So that was your first experience of the Channel Islands, and of course, what life could be like outside of, I guess the UK. And then, so you're working there for 11 years in an Indian restaurant.
Yes,
What then sort of got you to Alderney? Well, tell me how your Alderney story began.
right. I then I rented a kitchen up from a nightclub. Top of a nightclub, I rent a kitchen. I started a home delivery business in Jersey.
No.
Yes, it was for
What?
yes, it was for call a curry.
A
Call,
curry.
call a curry.
Call a
Call
curry.
a curry, yes.
Ah, call a curry.
Yes, and was amazing, was good. But the problem was there with because I from my education and my experience on the business, I did not understand how to run business. Business was good, but I couldn't run properly, and I was young, clubbing, and I couldn't keep the business. But business was good, but I couldn't run it properly. And then I used to uh, in the night time we used to meet together. There's a quite few friends we used to meet together, and we were talking about one day, and then we're talking about me moving to Alderney. I said to somebody, I'm going to do. I like to go to Alderney. Do you know anybody knows any business in there? Then my friend said, well, yes, my ex-girlfriend's uncle got a restaurant, and I believe it's closed. That's how I know about Nellie Grace.
Hold a second. So this person was the famous Ray Parkin.
Yes, and Ray Parking, there are his brother. He lives in Jersey. Gary Parking lives in Jersey, and his daughter Natalie Parking, where I know from a friend. That's we end up in
Wow. So what did you do back then? I mean, are we
Chef.
no, but I mean, in terms of, did you contact, was it a fax or a, oh no, wait, telephones were there.
No, no.
This is like 30 years ago, right?
Yes, well, 29 years ago.
29 years ago.
Well, what then well, before that, I used to come to Alderney. I s-
Ah, so you've seen it.
I seen the Alderney. I loved it from the day one. I seen the Alderney, but the reason I used to come here because the nature of job I do, chef, and we're not allowed to go for the weekend. That's why whatever we do, we have to go back for Saturday and Friday and Saturday, busiest day of the week. And then I used to come here uh, for a small visit and things, and every pub I used to go to, everybody used to say, used to look at me and said, "Oh, you came to do Indian here." I used to go to Rose and Crown. Oh, you came to do Indian here. Albert, them days. Oh, you came to do Indian here. And that's it start make me think. I said, why is everybody every pub or every place I worked in, they said, oh, you came to do Indian here, Indian. And then in Jersey, I used to do outside catering, and and give me idea. I said, well, if I do small, if I go to Alderney, and even if I do 2 days a week, that will pay my wages. I'll be okay. I work it out, and that's where I came to. I know about Nellie, but I came to Alderney, and I stayed in the Bellevue.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Bellevue. You should love the Bellevue.
yeah, and it's Steve Collins. I was talking to him, and I Steve Collins knows about me because my boss, he's friend with him in Jersey.
Interesting.
Yes,
Right.
and he said, "Oh, you from Jersey?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, I know so and so," and I said, "Well, he's my boss."
Small world, eh?
Yeah, and he said, "Well, why are you here?" I said, "Well, I came to look for a business here." He said, "What do you mean business?" I said, "Well, I think to do an Indian restaurant." He said, "Well, why don't you talk to Ray Parking? That's his number." I said, "Okay, I'm going to talk to him." I talked to Ray Parking, I have talked to Ray Mark from Chezonre, and I was even planning to go to a cricket club if they would let me use their place for 2 days.
I'm sure the cricket team would have loved that.
Yeah. And then, since I phoned Ray parking up, I said, "Look, this is I am interested to take your place." He said, "No, I'm not interested." I said, "Your place is closed. You know, can I look at the place?" And he said, "No, I am not interested." For something on my back of my mind, I said, just from nowhere, it just came to me and said, I said to him, "Not even for an Indian restaurant." And then I can think in the phone. He said, "What do you mean? You gonna thinking of an Indian restaurant?" I say, "Yes." He said, "Okay, I got 5 minutes for you tomorrow, 10 o'clock." Okay, and you know what Artifina is? I said, "No." He said, "Well, the, that in High Street, you come and talk to anybody, they'll show you what the Artifina is." Okay. I go to the Nellie Grace, looking around outside, and people see me looking around and they said, "Oh, do you need any help?" I say, "Yes, I'm looking for a parking's office." They said, "There it is." They point me Artifina. I went there. There was Margaret Main was there. And I said to Madam, I came to see reparking. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, he's not there. I'm just, then Margaret phone him up. He said, "Well, there's a Indian man want to see you." He said, "Yes, I know. Give him the key. Uh, give him the key and see what he said. Give him that key and tell him to go and look at the place before I see him." She gave me the key for the side door by the York House, the way the Nellie's bistro used to be.
Mhm.
Open the back door. Once I opened the door, I straight go in the kitchen. When I look at the kitchen, I had this feelings, like one feeling. I said, "Wow, what is this place doing? Empty, not open. Everything there." Then I go straight to the front. There's a cutlery there, there's a plate there, everything is like place is calling me. Like the feeling you had, the place is calling you, come and take me, please. You know what I mean? Those sort of things. I had completely, you know, surprised to look at the place, how beautiful, look like it's like a, I thought been to back in time with the British Raj. Those sort of building, that sort of feelings I had. I said, it's a beautiful, building, beautiful place. It's for ideal for the Indian restaurant. Why is not? I went back in there and I talked to him, and he said, uh, because I didn't have much massive money or anything like that. I've just been a chef. And he see me. He said, "Well, what do you think of the place?" I said, "Your place is beautiful." He said, "Well, what you offering me?" I said, "Well, your place is been closed for 2 years. What do you need from me?" He said, "Well, I want 50,000 in going and 600 pound rent every week, not month, every week." And I looked at him and said, "Look, okay, thank you very much. Nice knowing you. You're not, you're not interesting, are you, to give it to me?" He said, "You tell me what you can." I said, "Well, what you are offering me?" I said, "I am only thing I can offer you my as a good chef. I got good experience on the Indian restaurant, and make it to I'll make sure it's going to work that place. That's only thing I can offer." And he he looked at me. He said, "Well, what sort of?" I said, "I'm not going to give you any ingoing, but if you wanted, because you got your cutlery and everything there, if you wanted a deposit, I will put down deposit, and the rent, I cannot even match that. But that's mean you telling me to go bankrupt before I open." And and he looked at me and said, "Look, uh, you you know your business. you look young, and the way you look, but I think you know what you're talking about the business. I just testing you and see what sort of experience you have in there. And then the rent, he said, I couldn't believe it. I said, okay, you know, I will take it.
Wow.
And that's it. And I said to him, he said, look, I'm going to open 2 days a week. And he said, no, open, I said to him, I'm going to open only weekend. He said, no, uh, because he came in the right time, open it as a normal restaurant. You'll do well in the summer, winter, I don't know. And I said, okay, then I'm going to take it for 6 months. He said, fine. Let's try for the 6 months and see what happens. Okay. And actually, he's been a very, very good man. He's been helping me out. It's unbelievable. He wasn't a landlord. I think he was uh, I think you can say, uh, like a master or guidance or something. Yeah, he always been giving me guidance. If it's anything he had, anything he's always come to. We used to talk about it. He said, improve here, improve there. He was really, really good to me.
Oh, he was such a lovely man.
He was a legend. He was a legend. He's beautiful, and he was very fair. People used to say, "Oh, he's shrewd." He this. I said, "No, he was like a friend to me. He was a very, very good to me." He used
And a
to.
very business savvy man as
Oh
well.
yes, well, of course,
Yeah,
that's if he's business sense is a different thing, but he's a fair man. He wasn't
absolutely.
unfair. Well, and then since I've been open, I didn't have to look back. Okay, I mean, few summer was winter was bad. But then I used to, at the beginning, I think I closed for a few winter months. And after that, I did. And I said, I'm going to open up and see what happened. But because I kept it open, I think that did pay off. Because,
Yeah, massively. I want to say a massive thank you to Channel Seaways for sponsoring this podcast and honestly for keeping Alderney alive. They're the reason our food arrives, cars turn up, and occasionally they even ship horses and cannons too. They make it all seem effortless, like clockwork, and thanks to them, we get to feed our families and enjoy a glass of wine at the end of the day. They've been supporting the Channel Islands for over 50 years and with a brilliant team who genuinely care. So go over to their Facebook page, give them a like, show your appreciation, and support the people that keep Alderney civilised. Now back to the episode.
because I find when you close a restaurant and the customer, they get out of the habit.
Of course.
Because people will come every week. And if they're not coming in,
Forget about you.
exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. So did you have like a launch party? And sorry,
No,
you mentioned a name earlier. Was it renamed Nellie Grays?
no.
So what it was always called Nellie Grays?
Always called Nellie Grace.
Interesting.
Yes, no, because it's
Where does that name come from?
Nellie Grace. That's from when Ray and Jenny, they used to run it, and I think Nellie Grace she's a model, gypsy model. She is.
Wow.
Yes, and her background is, I think she was Alfred Manning, very famous uh, artist.
Wow. So Nellie Grays is named after after a model.
Yeah, but no, that's Ray Parkin great aunt.
No way.
Yes. That's
So Nellie Gray is Ray Parkin's great aunt.
yes.
There you go, guys. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, so you going back to the opening of Nellie Gray's. Obviously, we've never had an Indian restaurant here before. What was the initial opening like?
Well, I was planning to opening with somebody famous and invite people and things like that. But then when I came to Ireland and see how it everybody else is, and my mind telling me I cannot say who I'm going to invite and who I'm not going to invite, because it's everybody. I cannot everybody. I cannot invite 2,000 people in a one go, and even I cannot do that. That's why I did not do any opening or anything. I just opened the door, and
I
that
love
time
that.
I did not have a license.
Oh,
Yeah, I left. Oh, I missed the date. uh, for the court just for a few days. I had to wait until September.
Risky business.
Yes, I even without the license. Yeah,
Wow.
it was good. Yeah,
Wow. But obviously the initial feedback must have been great.
very, very good. Very, very good. But I realized they used to bringing people food from Guernsey with the later flight.
Ah, of
Or they used
course.
to bring the Indian food here. Yes.
Interesting. And of course, I imagine that by this time Ray had already well settled into to your food, and
Yes, yes.
I'm sure he loved it.
Yeah, I think the rent I used to pay him. I think he used to give me back.
You just cook for him.
Yeah, well, yeah, he used to bring his friends and family always there.
Wow. What was Ray's favorite dish? Can you remember?
Yes, he used to have chicken pathia.
Ooh.
Yes, that was his favorite dish, chicken pathia. Yes.
Interesting. Oh
Yeah.
God, I can still hear his voice now. It's
And yes, yes.
oh what a legend. Well, Ray, wherever you are up there, I hope I hope you know that obviously we're very very grateful because not only have you sort of came here with a cuisine, but you came here and became part of the culture. As you said, you didn't want to shut. You gave everyone. I think that the best Indian in the world. Now listen, I'll be honest. I used to live on the Curry Mile in Manchester.
Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
was around those ends for about 7 or 8 years. And I've never had a better Indian than I do when I come to Nellie Gray's in Alderney. And all my friends that come here, I tell them, look, guys, it's the best in the world. And they always think, ah, nah, nah, nah. And then they have it, and it's their favorite too. So anytime they're here, like, should we just get an Indian tonight? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, that's what I love though. You really pushed so hard to make your menu diverse and incredible. What is the most popular dish that people order at Nellie Gray's?
Well, they're chicken jalfrezi and chicken tikka masala. Do because chicken tikka masala is a British dish.
No.
Yes,
What?
yes, yes, it's a British dish. Yeah,
What do you
ma-
mean? But I mean, it's a chicken tikka. It's Indian, right?
no, no. Chicken tikka masala is a British dish, British national dish. In fact, they're made in England.
I'm so sorry, Matt, and I didn't even know that.
No,
That's crazy.
honest, the chicken tikka masala in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan does not exist.
Okay, what about? And I hate to admit this in front of the public audience, but
Come on,
korma, my favorite.
korma does exist.
Excellent.
Korma does exist, but is we do make it a little bit differently
Mm.
from back home. Okay, back the kurma in back home there's no cream, and there are lots of ghee, butter and ghee in there, but we use less
Mm.
that, and we use
Oh,
coconut
mate.
powder.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. It,
Yeah.
it is time for breakfast, isn't it? Well, look, I mean, is there any spices or things that you can't get easily? Because I think that's one thing that people always wonder about.
It is difficult because if I was in elsewhere, if I was in mainland, I would have lots of vegetable dishes, like Indian dishes. I would have try. They like Indian beans. There's lots of things in Indian I want to try. Even in my menu, if you see that, there's lots of dishes is made by me. They are my signature dishes. I make them up.
Wow, the secret recipes.
Yes, 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 yes. They're like my tarkari dishes. You don't find nowhere else. My baguni, shobjikana, they are my made up dishes.
Wow.
Yes,
And
yes.
and were you doing this because you had to, in a way, that you couldn't access all of the traditional ingredients?
Um,
Or are you just that creative that
I,
you
I
thought,
am. I just feel like to do something different. I still try. Making this that. I mean, other day I just make some kufta.
kufta? What's kufta?
Kufta is meatballs, but I make it with a little bit of cheese.
Ooh,
Yes,
okay. Is that
yeah.
gonna make it on the menu, do you think?
I do sometime on a special
Sometimes.
occasion. Yes, I
Well,
do.
there is a bit of a secret dish that I've been told about, which is the staff curry.
Yes.
Tell me about the staff curry then.
Well, stuffed curry, I think other restaurants do. Stuffed curry means the chickens or lamb with the bone.
Ooh.
That's only difference. And because it's been cooked in advance, they got the more flavor.
I bet it's very soft as
Oh,
well.
yes, 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 yes.
Wow,
Yes.
interesting. And what about the hot stuff? Because my dear friend Tom Foolery, the poet, every time he comes here, he has a little word with you when he's in the Indian,
Mhm.
and you go off and make him something off the menu. Is it a fal?
Fowl, yes.
Fal? He likes to have his head blown off with spices. I mean, is that really the spiciest thing you can give him? Because he
Be-
keeps telling me that he could take more.
Um, See, you have to be careful with the hotness because it is bad for you because there's amount of hotness people can have. Some chilies, as you know, they are blow your brain or things like that. But I think because of the stomach, inside your stomach, it is the chilies are some chilies are bad for you, especially chili powder. That's sort of what I do. I mean, okay, people say make it, but I don't make raw spices. If you know what I mean. If somebody have an ulcer or something like in this, they will be seriously ill. That's why I like to blend the spice properly, and I don't make the hot curries. No.
Interesting.
Mm.
Well, there you go, Tom. If you're listening, what you're doing is dangerous for you. It is funny because I think one of the, one of the traits of a British person is to try and outdo each other. And you always get these macho people being like, "Give me the spiciest thing you can ever
Yeah,
think of."
pint and a vindaloo.
Yeah, pint and a vindaloo. Do you get people requesting spiciness a lot?
Not very much, not very much, because I think now people realize, the spices. Okay, I mean, spices are good on to the limit.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
To the limit, spices are good to a limit. But I don't make it mad. Maybe in Korea, we have done in the past, but now I don't. As I get older, I don't. I make it
Wow. Well,
settle.
talking of your experience, I mean, what have you learned over the past 30 years running a restaurant on Alderney?
Well, my experience in Nellie Grace and Alderney is, like I say, I've been to other Channel Islands. I've been to mainland, but Alderney is alone. I find it very very easy to make business because of the local people here. People are so good. There is no badness. I mean, that day I walked into the island, I do not find anything badness whatsoever in the island. People welcome me with open arm. This is the beautiful things I never find anywhere. The people are really, really nice and friendly people. That's why I don't have and it is an island where there's no stress. It is true. I mean, people said, and I find it well. There's no stress. Even the running a business, even in the summertime, I don't get stress or anything. I just do it much calmly as possible.
Wow, because I mean, business in the summer must be packed.
It is, but like I said, there's no. It is very very busy, but they don't because everybody here, and everybody like a big family living together. If I mean, I mean, if they see a customer is waiting, the people just pay the bill and leave.
Wow, I
That's what I
like
mean.
that. Well, listen, Matin, people are always lovely to your face, but do you want to hear what they say about you online? Should we have a little quick look at the old TripAdvisor? Because this is the thing, very few of us ever actually do go on and review stuff that's so close to us. We kind of take it for granted a bit.
Mm.
But I want to just read some great things. Someone said, lovely restaurant, plenty of space. It was a fantastic chicken tikka, superb meal. Genuinely love the flavors and the choice, the curries, the poppadoms, the flavors. This place is superb. Efficient and pleasant waiting, worth a visit. A superb family living on Alderney, and this restaurant is unlike anything else I've ever seen. And the prices are sweet as well. Excellent. You should probably raise your prices, Matin. Excellent food. Mr. Matin is a great chef. We enjoy his meal every time. Matin, you must love it when you get this kind of feedback from people. And I know it's not just online. People like to come in and say hello to you in the kitchen as well.
They do. But is only thing about me is because I'm not a publicity person, if you know what I mean. I'm not good at things like that to put on the Facebook or go and put an ad and things like because of my English. Because the problem with me, I left Bangladesh, like I said, when I was 12. Then where do I get the education?
Of course, of course. Well, I mean, with a business like this, you know, word of mouth is the best form of
It
marketing,
is,
right?
yes.
It's amazing. And so, obviously, you have a family
Mm,
now. So, tell me about the family, because you know, I know your daughter. She's just on the Duke of Edinburgh
that's right, yes.
award, and I'm very pleased to say she's been doing some video editing, which her videos are fantastic. But you know, you've raised a family now on Alderney, and so what was that like? You know, raising kids on a tiny island.
Well, like I said, it's completely safe. I mean, I mean, my children can go out anytime in the night. I don't have to worry about it. There's, it's a I cannot I cannot put that into word because it's my 4 years child. One day she she went out, and one of the gentlemen bring her back. Oh, Martin, she's out.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
yeah, from the street. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
bless her.
yeah,
She was
yeah.
a little bit drunk, was she?
I think she had too much to drink.
Do you know what, that is the nice thing about this place, isn't it?
Beautiful. That's why it is to bring up chil- children. This is a beautiful island to bring up children because there is no I mean there is nobody, there is no badness in the island, and that's why I think is especially for the children to grow up here, they get the natural feeling about the people.
Mm,
Good. I mean, I think the people, whoever the children grow up here, they will become a good person. That's my experience because there is
I agree.
no, because they don't see anything bad there. They don't see anybody swearing in the street, or there's no fight in the street. They don't see that. Like there's any places like in the mainland, there's lots of things happening. They don't see that. That's why I
Mm.
think they will. I mean,
No,
that's my
I
thought.
think you're right, mate. And you know, because everyone knows everyone, you kind of have to be polite to everyone, right? So the kids here are extraordinarily polite to
Of course,
everyone.
of course, of course, he knows my dad. He knows my mom.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
no, of course.
No, even the children are sweet. Honest. I mean, I done party. I mean, the people left up the children. 5 4 years. They have their birthday parties and things like that. They just has left them and said,
You
gone
must
away.
have seen so many people growing up on this
Of
island.
course. Well, I see him grown up.
Martin, I don't even want to tell this story because I was a very troublesome kid. I'll be honest with you. Now, I
Nah,
don't know if you remember this, but I
no.
believe one year,
Mm,
and I can't believe I'm
come
telling
on,
you this in
come
front
on.
of you. You can punch me if you want. But I remember at Christmas time, I think I burnt one of your Christmas cards in your fireplace. And I think it started smelling like burning. And I think you came out and you were looking around and smelling, and I thought, oh, he's about to, I've just taken the Christmas card and just chucked it in the fire. And no, I remember getting up to all sorts of trouble. But that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
that's
see kids mature as well,
of
right?
course. Yes, 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 yes.
And they
I
come
do.
back.
Yeah,
Obviously, a lot of people go away, they come back again. They always want to come in and see you.
of course they do. They're, like I say, it's like a. I think I'm like a big uncle to
You
the kid.
absolutely
Yeah,
are. You
yeah.
really are. And I think that's because you really take the time to get to know people. It's always a pleasure when, at the end of an evening, you've had a fantastic curry, and then next thing you know, you just come and take a seat with us, and we're now talking to the chef. It's an experience that, you really take for granted when you go to
Yeah,
fancy restaurants, where you never see the bugger
no,
cooking
but
it.
only thing is what happened when I come out from the kitchen, I'm all messy.
Everyone tries to hug you, don't they?
Yeah, but I'm all messy. I've got all this curry because I'm hands on. I got other chefs in there, but uh, I don't have 100% confidence to they are cooking it. But
Hey,
I
you're
like to
you're the
cook.
captain, mate. And I
I
and
like
I
to
I
cook. I like to cook.
appreciate you being, over every dish, because quality control is super super important, particularly on a place like this
Mm.
where your reputation actually matters. What is it like though in the kitchen? What's it like backstage at Nellie Gray's?
Mad, madhouse. Yeah, it is, but it is a bit like. Gordon Ramsay kitchen. Yeah, sort of. So yeah, not only mine, all the kitchens are like that. They
Interesting.
do, shouting and sweating and things like that because all of them do get stress. When the chefs are in the heat and pressure. I mean, just think about if it's within an hour and hour you have to do 40, 50 meals. It is, it's not.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not.
Not easy.
It's not
I
easy.
can't even do one meal in an hour. So,
Yeah.
fair play to you. And the thing is, the thing I love the most is the time that you sit down and you get your poppadoms. Because I don't know if this is a traditional thing, but my mum's always taught me to like kung fu chop them in half. And I've done that before in the UK with other people, and they look at me like I'm a absolute, heathen. I mean, does anyone else chop poppadoms like that, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that a thing?
Yes,
That's
of
a thing.
course, of
Great.
course.
Okay.
Otherwise, how are you going to break? You cannot break papa and bring in the hand and do one.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess some people are
yeah.
like, I want to pop it on myself, and then before they even know it, I'm like, chop. I
Yeah,
absolutely
but
love it.
you cannot eat papadum with the one whole one with your hand, can you?
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, you have to put your.
I always believe it's like the start of a good experience as well. It's like, let us begin, and then you got the lovely, the dips and stuff like that, and that's just the beginning. How the hell do you make these poppadoms? Because they're so tasty.
Well,
Is this one of the secrets?
well, no, we just fry them. We buy them in pack.
Ah,
We
okay.
just fry them. It's not. No, we don't make them. We cannot make papadums.
So I mean, I don't even know how poppadom is made. I mean,
It's a lentil flour.
right.
Yeah, it's not any other flour. It's lentil flour.
Interesting, because they're quite thick. I mean, but they're a delicious way to start.
No,
Any
because of the lentil flour, because there is no wheat or anything like that. Is proper lentil flour.
are poppadoms good for you, or I just really like them that much?
Uh,
Like, I can't imagine
well,
that.
papadum himself is good for you because it's lentil, but because it's fry.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
And the dips.
dips is like onions is okay, but mango chutney is a bit sugary.
Sugar.
Mm.
Sugar seems to be a massive ingredient in a lot of foods. And I think people are probably waking up to, some of the dangers of having too much sugar. Are you conscious about sort of making those adjustments?
Well, of course, but the thing is that's the thing about the Indian food is you have to know about the Indian food. The Indian food though is not bad for you. The sugar is bad for you, but not the food. That's why if it's nowadays people have, like the mild dishes are got sugar on it. But if you like a jal fries, garlic chili chicken, like dishes, my signature dishes, they don't have no sugars. I don't use much sugar at all.
Mm.
Only for like chicken tikka masala got sugar, korma got sugar,
Yes.
lamb
Keep
pas-
keep it in the corner, mate. I
lamb,
absolutely love it.
well, the mild ones got sugar.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, but no,
What about the like the keema naans and the garlic naans?
no
I
sugar
mean,
whatsoever.
because
No,
I mean, I
no,
just
no, no,
absolutely love them.
no. Because see, what happened is even when we do the bread doesn't have sugar. We don't use no sugar whatsoever in there.
So you do cook the bread? I
Oh
mean,
yes, fresh.
fresh.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yes, yes, yes. This is the freshest bread you will ever come across. That's the Indian restaurant, the naan bread, from oven to the table.
Oh, mate. I mean, I'm obsessed with the keema naans, by the way. I mean,
Yes, yes, because it's from dough,
love that. I mean, what's in
raw
it? What
dough.
is in a keema naan? Is it?
Means lamb.
Lamb.
Means
I
lamb.
didn't even
Yeah,
know that.
yeah,
How
means
did I
lamb.
not know that? See, this is how much I take you for granted, Martin. Is I just come here and I just you know that I've always been a korma guy, but you have in the past pushed me to
Mm.
try other things. But the problem is I can't bloody remember the name of the thing that I
When
then
you come
tried.
next time,
When I
just
come next time, we will
yes,
we will,
yes.
we will try and
Just
figure
say
out.
something. There's a lot of dishes uh, doesn't have a hotness. Spicy, spicy one thing, and hotness is another thing.
Is it?
Yes, 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 yes. The dishes doesn't have to be hot. But spicy is one, but hotness only chili make it hot. So
Only chili.
if you take out the chili from the dishes, you got a lovely dishes.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Don't have chilies. Then You can have any dishes you want. But okay, talking about the healthy, okay, I do try to make the food healthy as possible. Because I am bit health conscious. That's the word I was looking for. I mean, I eat what I watch what I eat. But like I said, it's like the Indian food is not unhealthy.
Mm.
My opinion is the Indian food is the healthiest food you can find because of the lots of vegetarian. I mean, you don't have to have meat.
I believe, isn't that like, I mean, in India, there's
Yeah.
majority is veg dishes, right?
Yes. 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 Yes.
But
Yes.
that's crazy because in the UK we're like, give us the meat and the, I mean, because
Mm.
vegetables are just whole foods.
Well, fish,
They're good.
fish.
Fish,
Yeah.
fish curries.
Yes, fish curry.
I've never tried fish in a curry.
Oh, it's beautiful because well,
Really?
that's where I'm from. I'm from Bangladesh.
And is that a
Yeah,
particular dish?
fish and rice. That's our food.
Wow.
Fish curry and rice.
All right, mate. Well, next time I'm with you, I think I
Yeah,
might try that. Oh my
yes,
God.
fish curry and rice. That's I mean, I studied a fish curry, and I told you what the so many sea bass I sell. Uh, I
Very
sell case.
popular.
Yeah, yes,
Interesting.
case and case of it.
Wow. Before we continue, I want to say a massive thank you to Alderney Electricity for backing this podcast. On an island of just 2,000 people, sometimes it can be quite easy to take the energy we have for granted. But behind every light switch is a team of electricians, engineers, and administrators working hard to keep us going. But they don't just power our homes, they power our community with local sponsorship like this. Alderney Electricity continues to support the events, the projects, and of course the stories that bring our island together. Alderney Electricity, thank you very much for keeping our lights on and for sponsoring this podcast. Okay, so one of the things that obviously I think gets people very excited to try the spicy stuff, but also just to try things, is obviously the cobras. I absolutely love Cobra beer going down with a curry, and obviously a glass of wine or two. But you've had some raucous parties in this place over the years. I mean, is it fair to say that we all sort of use Nellie Grays as our first port of call for a good night?
Well, I think people use it for a different reason. I mean, it's because I think because I'm open all the time. Like if you landed from the airport, first thing you remember go to the Indian.
Why not?
That's how I think that's how the people using it for.
Oh, I love it. Well, in the back room,
Mm.
which how many people do you think you can fit in there?
Nicely 14, but we have done it for about 1920 even there, but madness.
I
Yes,
have been part of those parties as
that's
well. You're
right. Yes.
very facilitated, Matin. There's nothing better actually than coming back every year and seeing all of my friends and seeing you guys and being in this huge space in Nellie Grays where it is a bit of it feels like a private restaurant in that little back room. It's
It is.
absolutely,
It
it's
is.
brilliant.
Like I said, that's the landlord. That's Ray. He planned it. He done it such a beautiful way.
Wow,
Even when you okay, how he designed the restaurant. It looked big. He looked big, but in the same time, there's lots of privacy in there. How he done it, it's.
brilliant. So was that decoration? Was that all pre?
No, yes, that's all by the
Really?
parking. All
But it
by
looks
the.
Indian. Or
That's
it
what I
looks like,
said.
yeah, colonial in
That's
some
right,
way, doesn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like it's like a from somewhere from the British Raj. I said that in
You did
before.
indeed.
Yeah.
The British Raj. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to go and do some Googling later to even find out what the hell that is. Well, look, I mean, this is the nice thing. I think, something that is so good isn't relying on one thing alone. It's like spinning plates. It's like you get all the plates right and they're all spinning together and that makes a delightful experience. And I'm pleased to say, I mean, you've had plenty of awards over the years, haven't you, in terms of, best dishes and all this kind of
Yes,
stuff.
yes, yes.
I mean, is there a bit of a competition on amongst your other friends who run Indian restaurants, or are you just competing against yourself?
No, from I think in the past we done it with the Guernsey. Well, I was runner-up. I
Oh,
didn't
you were
win.
runner-up?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
runner-up.
well,
I did.
that's not a surprise, is it? Well, listen, I think we should have our own, food competition on Alderney.
They did.
Yeah?
They did. I think there was I think the Alderney Journal done that one.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and Nellie Grace win that.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you go.
yes, we
God,
did.
who were the journalists back then who were like, "Yes, we must eat all of your food"? That's a great idea. Do you know what? Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should make a video about the best food on Alderney. And as long as you all pay me in food, you might all win.
Well, yes, I think so. I like to do. I think I've seen somewhere they're going to do the island local produce something. I think I read somewhere they're going to try to do that. I think I'm going to take a part on that.
Absolutely, mate. No,
Yeah,
I mean, well, this thing is you're a very busy man, but what do you like doing outside of your time in the restaurant?
go to the beach, lie in the beach, get my tan back.
Well, it's winter now, mate. You're
I
not
know, I
going to
know.
the beach now. I mean, what do you like to do? And when the weather's like this, I mean, and you can't go and see the beautiful nature. Yeah, what keeps you busy?
Paperwork. Think about dishes again. Think about the new dishes. Go online and see if there's any other dishes I can think of.
Wow,
The food is always my brain. I don't I don't know.
the
Well,
food is your brain. I absolutely love that. What do you eat? Yourself personally. I mean, like you're not secretly cooking, like British cuisine, like for yourself, and then
um,
Indian for us.
sometime I make roast. Yes.
Ah,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I'd love to try one of your roasts.
Well, exactly like yours. I don't, I mean, I love roast dinner. I mean, I love roast beef.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I make them. Yeah,
Oh, mate, that would
yeah,
be amazing. Just
yeah. Sometimes I make it for the staff. We have it, roast sometime.
wait a
So,
second. What about Yorkshire puddings?
well, I try to make them, and I have made them. Thank you, Yorkshire pudding. Yes, and I put lots of gravy inside it.
It's
Yes,
beautiful, isn't it? Because
yes.
actually, going back to the best traditional British dish, as well as fish and chips, I think just the traditional roast.
Oh, yes. Well, roast beef. Yes,
It's beautiful, isn't it?
beautiful, beautiful. Yes, roast
Wow,
beef. But only thing I have to have to do the English mustard. Oh yes.
it's good.
Oh, it's
Oh, I
beautiful.
don't know if I can do it, mate. It's a bit mustardy. It's a bit much. It kind of hits you,
No,
you know.
I love that. I love that. Yes, because of the spices.
Now, look, before we sort of get back to Alderney, this stuff, you've travelled around the world. You've obviously seen other cuisines. Tell me a bit about your sort of travelling experience and sort of what you've liked about the food in different countries.
Uh, I think I find it how they cook things in a different places. But unfortunately, I cannot go in the kitchen and say, "Show me how you cooked." Spain. When I went to Spain, I had the fried fish. But the thing about them, I think they bring the fish from the sea, bringing to shore, and I think the things are like there's quite few fish together, not only one fish fried. I mean, they're different fish.
Ooh,
I really enjoy that, and when I go to when I go to France, I love their sole,
ooh.
Dover sole.
Is it Dover sole in France?
Yes, I
Not
love it.
French sole. It's
Mm,
Dover sole.
Dover sole. Yeah,
It's
I like.
beautiful fish, isn't it?
Yeah, Dover sole is alone is beautiful. I love fish.
Mm.
I love fish. Fish is my main diet. Yes.
Oh, mate. Well, I mean, you were here during the heyday of fishing, or just about. I mean, unfortunately, Alderney doesn't have any commercial fishermen anymore. But I remember sort of the fresh fish being eaten on
Mm.
Alderney back in those days. That must have been great for you.
It was. I mean, the people used to bring, fishes, and I used to cook. We used to eat together. There's quite few fishermen used to come to me and say, "Look, can you cook that for me?" I say, "Yes," and we used to eat together.
Wow.
Mm.
I mean, those days obviously are it's not just Alderney, it's sort of happening everywhere. But oh god, wouldn't it be good if you just, get a
But
few rods out there and go and catch your own fish again? I mean, not that nothing's stopping you, of course,
mm,
but I did hear that the tuna might be fishing around Alderney or swimming around Alderney. Does that interest you, doing a bit of tuna, or is that
Tuna is a very meaty fish. I
Mm,
mean, I always can do something with it.
of course, of course.
Yes, yes. I mean,
But
like
you prefer the softer stuff?
yes, yes. We like bream,
Mm.
uh, sea bass, monkfish.
Ooh. What about carp? Is carp can you eat carp?
Yes, 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 yes.
Because I mean, I went to the carp lake, down by Corblets, this year, and I think someone's gonna have to start fishing them because these carp have got massive.
Well,
They're huge.
I don't mind having them. Yeah, that's one of our main fish. Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah, we
Wow.
have them in back home. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, there you go. Bring a carp to Matin. He'll
Yeah, I'll cook it for you. No problem.
I love that. That
Yeah.
that is amazing. Well, look, talking of beaches, which beach would you say is your favorite?
My favorite is the one by the arch
Well, Arch or Soy?
soy, soy,
Soy
soy,
Soy is everyone's favorite. Well, I'm not maybe
soy,
not everyone's favorite, but it's
soy.
definitely my favorite as
Mine
well.
is well.
It's a
Yes,
beautiful place, isn't it?
yes.
It really is. And the thing is, when you're walking down these beaches and there's nobody else here, you just think, what's going on? You know.
It's winter month, isn't it?
Well, now obviously, but even in the summer, sometimes you're one of the only people on the beach.
Well, I don't find that. I find always people there.
Well, that's because everyone wants to talk to you, Martin. The moment they see you, like, oh, wave him
Uh,
down. But
no, but
you,
maybe you go into fasting in the morning.
I haven't swam this year yet, but I do
No.
normally go swimming in the morning, which is always a bit
Well,
cold.
there is a swimming club, isn't it?
There's
People
a
go.
swimming club. To be honest, I don't really have time
Yeah,
to
yeah.
hang
But
around and have soup.
it
Love them
is
to
cold.
pieces. I do love them to pieces, but I'm more of an in and out type guy. What about you? Are you a swimmer at all? Do you like getting in the sea?
Uh, well, not this cold. No, I do. I love beach. I do go to water, but not very much nowadays because of the work. I think that since I took over the fish and chips, I got more work on my hand.
Absolutely. So tell me about this. So now you're running the fish and chips. How
Mm.
did that all evolve?
I think I just wanted to create few jobs, and that's how I end up with fish and chips. And because of I mean, I don't know, because the fish and chips, like I said, I have in Lancashire. Well, I thought I give it a go.
That's amazing because the thing is, I had never tried curry sauce with. Well, I actually have nuggets and chips because I'm that kind of guy. But it's the best thing I could possibly eat. Going quickly down to the chippy, grabbing a nuggets and chips and a curry sauce, and just sitting there and dipping my nuggets in the
The
curry
curry sauce.
whilst editing this podcast. It's so much fun, and
Mm,
I'm really grateful as well because as you just said there, like creating jobs, it is kind of up to the private sector,
mm.
who has to sort of instigate these things. And you obviously took a big risk as well, trying to open a new business with a different cuisine. And maybe one day we'll help you get that secret recipe of the chips.
No, because like I said, I had this. Well, when I was in Jersey, when I worked for somebody, we did run a very big delivery service. When I Well, that's another thing. I sold my restaurant, my delivery to somebody. Then I went to work for the same person. I sold them.
Wow.
I
So
did.
Caller Curry
I
was
sold it.
acquired, and then you went to go work for Caller Curry.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Matt, and
but
you are a businessman.
he was Robin Hood Curry House, and
Ah,
he had my line there, and because of this when I sold my line to Robin Hood, and the people who had the meal from them from my telephone line, every single one said, "That's not Martin's cooking. That's not Martin cooking.
I love
What's
that.
happened? What happened? Tell us, tell us." Then I was I was ready to go back to mainland. I had enough of Jersey. I'm going to go back. And then I had a knock 8 o'clock in the morning. Said, "Look, I know you sell the line to us, but we got a problem. Every single of your customer is complaining because it's not your cooking. What do you give it to them?
There you go. That's
And he said, please help me to set up, then you can go. I said, well, I'll give you 6 weeks. And I want to set up with him.
love that.
From his business, I took, well, I should not say amount, but I'll just say
Of course, yeah, yeah.
he was doing like something like 4,000 5,000 a week. That's called 16,000 a week. He's taking.
Wow.
I make his business success for him.
Of course you do. Well, look, any business professionals out there thinking that they know how to merge and acquire businesses, take note, because when you remove the product from a business and try and acquire it, sometimes you got to have a bit of time. And so, yes, you've you obviously mentioned at the start of your career you found business quite challenging, as am I right now, of course. But you have evolved and you've understood business in a way that I guess gave you the confidence to open the chippy again. And that for us, I think is it's just one of the best places on the island to go and get a quick chippy.
Yeah, but no, where, and also where it is. It's a beautiful place itself. Okay, apart from the wind.
It
But
can be awful, can it?
yeah, but apart from that, it's a beautiful place to the view and everything else. It's like made for a fish and chips.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Made for a fish and chips.
So what have you learned about managing the fish and chips then? What's the big differences
Well,
between a chippy and an Indian restaurant? What is the difference?
much different. much different. It's a completely different cuisine. I was. Uh, it is a bit of a challenge for me to from because I never properly never done that. But I think because the people I bought it from, they helped me out quite a lot. They still, if something have problem, I just call them and they come and help me out. This, like I said, this island is a beautiful island, beautiful people. That's why I can run the fishing chip from everybody helping me. Otherwise, I wouldn't able to. I wouldn't.
You're never far away from help here, are you?
That's right. Yeah, that's the thing. Yes, yes.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, and there's so many faces that you know. I mean, this is kind of why I wanted to make this podcast, right? Because it's like being famous to a few. We don't really care about the outside world, but we've really, we should know a bit more about the people that we see every day. It's well, listen. I mean, I and everyone are very very grateful that you've made a success here. You've raised your family here. What are you hoping for your legacy to be on this island? Well, obviously Nellie Grays is going to have to continue.
Well, I hope so. Of course you will. But I haven't got any plan. I'm not going anywhere. That's my home. I'm staying here.
I love that, mate. I
Yeah.
love that. And I mean, this is the thing. So when do you get busy, like super busy? Obviously, I know.
Just a 1 month. Just August.
Yeah.
That's just 1 month is super busy. That's all.
Oh, I love it, mate. Well, the thing is that you've never, from whenever I've wanted to go, you've never closed because you're not busy, and I think that people have to appreciate the fact that sometimes in the quiet seasons, even if if you want to eat, it really is because of your own passion for opening the place that you and your wife get to come and have a nice meal in some of the quietest times, really, right?
Yes.
It's a real commitment.
Well, I don't. You have to have a proper time. I mean, if you're open, you're open. If you close, then you close. I mean, that's what I believe because that's I learned from here to Alderney. Like I said, I used to close for 2-3 months a year and since I start opening up, I see the business is rising because of been giving the time.
Consistency.
Yes. Like that.
Roping them in.
Yes.
We rely on you, Matin. We really do. I mean, I know August is a mad time, and we've always had great Augusts and winters. Is it fair to say some of them have been a challenge?
Well, this year the winter so far been very good. I never had a winter like that. I mean, the this December been very good to me. I don't know. Yes, good business. So if Indian was very good this winter so far.
So far.
Mm.
Well, don't worry, mate. I'm actually getting quite hungry now, so we might have to wrap it up and go to the Indian straight away. So before we finish this episode, I want to thank Bell & Co for sponsoring this podcast. If you're looking for a place to live on Alderney, whether it's renting or buying, go and visit Bell & Co. They have all the information about what's available on Alderney, and they can also guide you with some of the best things to do on the island. Go and visit bellandco.com, where you can see how to escape to paradise. Whether you're a remote worker, a carer, or just want to raise a family in somewhere safe, Bell & Co is there to help you. But listen, over the years, you must have seen so many people's faces, and you're very good. You remember people's names, which is something that I always think is just one of the best qualities in a person. Is there any celebrities or any famous people that have ever come here? Anyone of key person of influence? Maybe is that what you want to call it?
Uh, well, I remember, this Duncan Goodhue.
Yeah.
He's here. I see him all the time
Gold
here.
medalist swimmer.
Yes, yeah.
And if you don't mind sharing his favorite dish, so that we can all learn how to swim that fast.
Yeah. No, I couldn't remember his. I think he changed. He doesn't stick to one dish.
Doesn't sit well. That's probably a sign of a
Yeah,
good athlete.
yeah.
And of course
And then there's somebody else when I met a long time ago. There was Edward Ducan, Sir Edward Ducan.
don't know who that is.
Oh, I think he was
But if
something.
he's a sir, that must be important.
Yes, I think he was something to do with Margaret Thatcher.
Ah.
Yes, that time.
Oh, you must have a lot of government people come in there.
Well, I have yes, from Guernsey.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
important meetings are happening
Yes.
over a
Yeah.
curry.
Yeah, but we don't want to. Well, this is a good thing about Alderney. I mean, we don't level people, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you don't put them on a pedestal.
No. I mean,
Is it fair to say, I mean, like the people in Alderney like their privacy, right? I mean, it's kind of, I mean, I don't know if they like or dislike. I mean, it must be a nightmare for some of them, but to be on this small island, I feel like a lot of people kind of come here to almost get away
yes.
from
But
the rest of the world.
but what do you mean privacy? I mean,
It's not
it is a
something you have,
private island,
yeah,
isn't it?
you don't have to worry about it here,
No,
do you?
no. Yeah, that's true. I mean, nobody bothered you.
It's true, and it really is. And I try and remind people of this, but it is your island.
Of
It's
course.
my island. It's their island.
Yes, of
It's
course.
our island.
Our island, that's the thing. Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it? Where else in the world can you find a community and the opportunity to upstart your own things?
Nowhere. I mean, it's not only because of it's small, but I think it's something about this island because it's the people here. That's what I find. The people are genuine here. If they don't like, they'll come and say, Martin, that's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I like about here. Is people not people genuine. That's what I find. If something not right, they'll talk talk to you. Say, look, let's fix that or those sort of things. But I never find anything bad say bad about this island. I'm
It's
just
hard, isn't
enjoying
it?
life here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I guess what do what are you going to be getting up to in the next few weeks? Have you got any new recipes you want to try or?
No, I mean, I do try different dishes, but I mean, I would like to try like a event night where people go and try lots of dishes and things like that. I will
Ooh.
come up with in
That sounds
maybe in February or something. I will come. Maybe I do a testing night or something like that when the people came in and have a small dishes like a tapas sort of thing, but lots of different things. I will. I think I'm going to give it in the middle of February or end of February. I'm going to do that. I'm
great
going.
time.
Yeah,
That's a good time, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm
'Cause-
going to try to do that.
Brilliant, mate. Well, I can't wait for that. Just so your delivery experience in Jersey, did you ever think about doing, door to door delivery service here?
Um, I did, but the experience I had in Jersey and Guernsey, because it's once the food left your premises, you don't know what is the driver doing it to eat? I mean,
Mm.
I don't feel comfortable anymore
Okay, well, that's
because I seen how people bring the food and things like that. Okay, mainland is different, but I don't feel comfortable.
I know what you mean because yeah, I mean, I remember
That's
when
your cuisine. That's your well, is
sure are.
yeah, that's your everything, isn't it?
Mm.
If something goes wrong, you don't know why it goes wrong or what happened. You can't tell. You just giving it to stranger. Here, take the food to some,
Mm.
by the
I
whatever, maybe eating half of it.
yeah, that's what they do, literally. But it's unfortunately it's not just the person driving it to you; it's also the customers as well. I mean, one of the big trends at the moment with Deliveroo and stuff like
Mhm.
that in the UK, people using AI to take a picture of their food and saying make it look bad, and then they send the picture to Deliveroo, and Deliveroo give them a full refund.
Okay,
And so it's
okay.
like there's always problems with letting go of control of your art, as we said.
Mm.
But I would
Not
I would eat every single day with you if
yeah,
you
but
came and gave it to me.
that's not gonna happen in Alderney. But I mean, like I said, no. I mean, my customer not gonna do anything like that.
Good. Well, everyone needs to get off their arse and come and support the Indian in the
They
winters,
do, they do, they do,
especially. Yeah, they
they
really
do,
do, don't they?
they do, they do, they
Yeah.
do. Yeah, they are.
There's so many people whose just favorite place. I mean, favorite food. I think for sure, definitely is got to be your place, mate. I mean, we love. I mean, the Thai as well. Actually, I got to.
Mm.
Oh my god, wait. On the Georgian. Oh, and the blonde hedgehog. Oh, and the
Look,
Bray Beach and the
we no,
divers.
no, we do for the food.
It's the food.
The Channel Island is the best place for the food.
Why is that?
I don't know. That's one thing I always I say that because even if I go to mainland, I go and because that's what I do. When I go to mainland, I go and try to eat different places just to have the experience. But no, in in Jersey, yes, I mean especially in Guernsey, you go such a beautiful restaurant and beautiful cuisine. The quality, something about the quality. But in the mainland, you don't find this quality. I don't know whoever who said what, but no.
Well,
I've been London a place and the quality not there. But in Guernsey, the food quality is beautiful,
well,
fresh, everything about it.
I love that. I mean, that I think that's probably living on a small island. You can't afford to
I think
mess up.
that's what it is because the word go around very quickly, and there is you rely on the local people. You cannot afford to make a mistake. And if it's a touristy place, people comes and eat and go. You don't have to worry about very much. But my experience telling me, I said it doesn't matter, but it does matter because if somebody have a one bad meal and say he's going to Australia, for example, people know he had a bad meal in Australia. They're not going to come back to you.
Mhm.
That's why I think. I mean,
Well, and here, of course, they go into the sailing club, and
yes.
and if that's the case, you're like, oh Jesus, everyone's gonna know, aren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes,
I can.
sell down to the Europe or everywhere.
Listen, you got so many good reviews on TripAdvisor, but I would love to encourage anyone listening to this to go and leave you a review. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, not a lot of people use TripAdvisor
Mm.
anymore, so Google reviews probably a much better place. But just drop you a review online.
Please, but it's only thing is
Do you read these reviews though? Because I
sometimes I do. I do read them, but I don't respond to them, if you know what I mean,
oh,
because
that's okay.
I don't know how to.
That's absolutely fine, mate.
Well, at the beginning, I did not anything about how to the review and all this. I didn't know nothing about it. One of the restaurateur told me, she phoned me up and said, Martin, you got quite good review on your trip advisor. I said, what is trip advisor? Yeah, I said to her,
Wow.
yeah, I said to her, what is trip advisor? He said, well, uh, go to go to App Store, do this, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she the one told me.
So I mean, I mean, so obviously sometimes there's less than good reviews, but how do you deal with negative comments about your food?
I don't know, just leave them as they are because I don't know what to say. Because it's some of them I see one of them said frozen vegetable because the one of my chef the way he cut his vegetable. Okay, he take long time to cut them, but he cut them so perfectly the pieces. The way they, I mean, they was young. I think they're about 19, 20 years old. Uh, Two young ladies came in and they had that, and they said, "No, that cannot be fresh vegetable." But there is fresh vegetable. They didn't. I didn't. I didn't respond to them because I.
Hey, listen, mate,
Mm.
you're listening, but you're busy as well. I mean, that's the important thing, and we know that you work super hard in that kitchen. I mean, talking about your chefs and your staff. I mean, what do you look for? What qualities do you look for in a chef? I mean, if someone was to ever replace you, Matin, what would you want their values to look like?
Well, there cannot be me because I got for
To
40,
start with, you can never be me.
no, 45 years experience. I mean,
Absolutely,
that's
of
right. But
course.
from a worker, what I think is working hard, trying. That's the most important thing, trying. I mean, it's like nobody can give 100%, but when I see people are trying, that's good enough for me. Trying. Like I'm trying to best or I try to do best. That's only thing I'm looking for.
Mm. I think you really lead by example though, because when I see you working in the kitchen, how could you not, I work harder, I mean, if I was working for you, I would hate to work for you, Martin. You would fire my ass so quick. I could just see it now. You're like, Cameron, get out. Stop. Step away from the knife. I'm like, oh, sorry. But are you ever looking for like any help with your businesses in terms of people on the island that might be interested in maybe even a bit of work experience from the school kids? I don't know. I mean,
Well,
any opportunities coming your way? My way?
if they wanted to, of course, they're more than welcome. I mean, I'll do anything for the community. I'll do anything for the youngster if they want to, come and uh, see how you work and everything else. Of course, there'll be, I will love to.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I know that your kids are at school right now, and so this is why we obviously getting you in the morning very important. This is actually the earliest podcast I've ever done, by the way. So I haven't had breakfast yet. What do you normally eat for breakfast? Are you a breakfast guy?
I am very much so. Well, today, I mean, me and my girls, we had a egg and toast.
The classic.
Yeah, egg and toast, beans.
The classic. Well, listen, you're making me very hungry right now. So, Martin, is there anything else that you want to talk about and mention? I mean, we could go on for hours, but
That's right. No, like I mean, well, like I said, is well, nothing else. But I like to thanks to the community and friend and customer and the people who always been supporting me. I just really appreciate everybody how they're uh, continue supporting me.
Well, Martin, you've earned the support, and I think it's safe to say, yeah, we're all very proud of you. We really are. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I'm proud of the island.
Well,
It
Martin,
is a nice, a nice island. Thank
thank
you,
you very much.
thank you, thank you.